I'm going to share a little presentation just because let me know if you guys can see this. Can you guys give me a thumbs up? Okay, beautiful. So this is just all about the throat chakra because that's what Gemini is all about. And it's so important, not just because it's Gemini sun and Gemini new moon, but because when you think about activating your greatest potential, it will not happen until we understand how to communicate this component. And how do we do that in a way that's really from heart? So just a quick overview. This isn't a long presentation, but the chakra system is beautiful as when we think about, like, there's a lot of energy centers and there's a lot of different systems, but this one being the most ancient, there's just thinking of 7. We have the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart. The blue is our throat. Then we have our third eye, and then we have the crown. So you'll see these quite a bit when we talk about the chakras. So when I say throat chakra, we're focusing on that blue area. And this is why you guys all have access to Soul Unbound, because I go into these in depth so that you guys can really understand the flow of this is important, because just because the throat chakra is what we're focusing on, the throat chakra is sitting on top of a lot more than the throat. So when we think about speaking our truth and sharing our truth, or even communicating clearly, we do have to recognize a lot of it is coming from what is below that throat chakra, right? So if we're not grounded, if we're not feeling creative, if we're not feeling like we're proud of who we are, or we're not coming from a heart center, this can get really off balance very easily, which makes sense because we live in a world with harsh words. Like, there's people throwing a lot of knives around social media and in the world, and things just come out of people's mouths and you're like, ow. That stung, and that's just because I have a lot of compassion for it, because of course we're kind of speaking a lot of things because we're not in that space where we're rooted and feeling safe and then feeling creative. So in Soul Unbound, I talk through kind of each one of these. So please use the access to it, but it is really powerful to help us understand if we are feeling anything that we talk about in imbalanced throat chakra. Sometimes it's as simple as just breathing deeply. Okay, I'm in my body and I'm speaking from my body, not from projection, right? So just a quick overview. So you can screenshot this if you want, but just like when we're looking at the Sanskrit name, Vishuddha, this is your throat, your neck, and your shoulders, which I thought was really great stuff because sometimes shoulder issues are actually throat chakra issues. Sky blue or turquoise, so blue, wearing blue. If you're having a hard time speaking, sometimes just putting blue on your body can be helpful. Eating blue foods, drinking really beautiful water, hydrating is a part of it. And I love this. It talks about the sense is actually not just speaking. I think sometimes we think of throat chakra as speaking. It's actually hearing. It's listening. It's deeply knowing how to listen. And so that's really important because we have to recognize, to really be in tune with our throat chakra, we have to really have honest conversations about what we're hearing. Are we, from the music, from the TV to the energy that's coming at us that will impact us, even if we don't see it directly. It's happening at an unconscious level. And then if you're muted, I think you all are, I want you all to say this. This is the mantra. So anytime you feel like you're not able to, like, what's going on with my throat, or I'm about to speak, or I feel nervous, or I feel tension, I want you all to just say, hum, hum. And you can almost feel it's a humming. That's just like a hum. And this is just a beautiful reset. So within just a minute of hum or humming in any way, we can re-regulate that throat chakra space. So it's just so simple. It's a very simple shift that we can get into. It's connected to our thyroid and our parathyroid. So this is really important if we're thinking about regulation of our hormones and regulation of our temperature and all the beautiful things that the thyroid helps us with. And then it's really about age 7 to 12. And this goes back to our last call about inner child work, because usually a throat chakra issue is happening because something was said when we were little and we got in trouble for it, or we said it wasn't good enough, or we got embarrassed about it. So it's kind of really understanding all of this is going back. We always have to go back to where the origin is about our throat. Why can't we speak clearly? What happened when I was 7, 8, 9, 10 that made me feel like I shut down? And can I be that person for that 7, 8, 9-year-old Emily to make sure she feels safe to re-communicate again? And this is all about our expression, our communication, our truth, our authenticity. And so we have two states, and we're about to break out into another group session. We can be really clear in our communication, telling the truth, confident self-expression. This is what I think is the number one, confident self-expression. Imbalanced, it's shy, it's fear of speaking, it's suppressed. That's an underactive sign. That means we need to activate our throat chakra more. And then there's also the option of it could be overactive. So maybe we're just not listening enough, right? So we kind of have two different varieties of what the throat chakra can do. And so just a little bit of a, okay, cool. What does this look like? We're having a hard time thinking about it. We're feeling invisible. We don't feel seen. That's when we need to, again, activate it. If we even have a sore throat or we have stiff neck and shoulders, it's needing to be activated. But then if we have a lot of tension, neck tension or jaw pain, that's when we need to okay, there's some overactive energy here, which there's no flaw in either of these. We're going to experience this. It's never going to be perfect, but we can start to see okay, I'm a little bit afraid of speaking. That means it's underactive, or I can't even cool it down. That might be a time to okay, I need to bring it down a little bit. But it's also just a beautiful experience of understanding how to have relationship with our throat chakra. So we're going to go into a breakout session. If you want to screenshot this, and I do know we're kind of pushing time. So this is going to be a short breakout session, but so, we're going to speak fast, which is great, but I want you to know and share and come away with, where do you feel the most clearly you communicate? Where do you feel you most clearly communicate? That was kind of a strange sentence that I wrote. Where do you feel? I clearly don't clearly communicate in this page. This page was not the answer. What scenarios do you feel safe for expressing yourself confidently? And then where do you struggle expressing yourself to the world? And do you feel like you resonate more with overactive or underactive? So screenshot it, make sure you have these questions. And then I'm going to put us into a breakout group one more time. Okay, so our homework, our affirmations. I want you to say this out loud with me. And I want you to get your posture straight. This is all about alignment. I speak my truth with clarity and love. You guys just repeat it after me. We'll do each one 3 times. In your own time, just with me. I speak my truth with clarity and love. I speak my truth with clarity and love. And you can notice the whole chakra system, right? If we're hunched over, our body posture, we know our body posture. Sarah, you teach this for public speaking. Alignment, I speak my truth with clarity and love. My body language matches that frequency. My voice matters. Say that out loud 3 times. My voice matters. My voice matters. My voice matters. I express myself freely and fully. I express myself freely and fully. I express myself freely and fully. And I, again, can't stress the importance of this enough. And you can see this when you're in nature, connecting, singing, whistling. Outside, nature responds. So your voice is the portal to get you to engage in a way with this lifetime, with all your dreams and all that you want, in a way that we haven't yet. So these affirmations, I want you to do them daily. Screenshot this page. And then we have activations. You can chant the mantra hum daily. So that's something you can do when you're brushing your teeth. I don't know actually if you can do it when you're brushing your teeth, but washing your face, I always do it in front of a mirror because I'm practicing speaking my truth. And that sometimes is just easy in front of a mirror, right? I'm seeing myself do it. I'm feeling confident doing it. I'm singing in front of a mirror. I'm talking in front of a mirror. Using that reflection is really helpful. Sing, hum, or tone, just seeing if you can open up that space more. When you're driving, can you rhythm or just play a song that feels really good that you just sing. Like this is the activations that we need. The specific frequency of 741. So sometimes I just YouTube frequency 741 and I have that in the background, but that's very specific for communication blocks. And then there's two types of breaths that I really love. The ocean breath is when you can do this with me. It's a little harder to hear than the lion's breath, but you breathe in through your nose. And when I exhale, my mouth stays closed, but I'm trying to push the air against my throat. So it sounds like, can you hear that? It's like kind of a stuck in my throat noise. Inhale through your nose. And then you kind of create an ocean sound. I can't quite tell if you guys can hear me. Mel, can you hear me? You can hear that? Okay, one more time. In through the nose. Big push through the throat. This is an ancient, beautiful yoga practice called the ocean breath. And then we have the lion's breath. So big inhale in, and you go, ha! We're going to do that 3 times. Inhale in. Ha! Inhale in. Ha! And then just share a song, a poem, or a story, literally on Instagram or to a friend. That is your homework. This is some really beautiful homework for you. If you want to go deeper, so just so you know, there is like big throat chakra energy that I talk about with human design. So this is the really quick little take home. When you do your human design, some of you have done human design sessions with. The throat chakra is an energy center in the human design system, just like the chakra system. There are 11 gates in the human design throat chakra center. Each one of these gates you personally have. Some of you might not have any, but usually you have 1 to 3, sometimes all 11, that are deep dives into your personal communication style and how you communicate with the world, who you are. And any blockage that is extra strong, whether it's speaking to a partner, a friend, or the universe, your needs and your worth. So this is a huge part of the experience. So if you do want to go deeper on this, I'm just so excited because each person doing the experience, which is that full year mentorship with me, is going through monthly calls specifically on your gates and your design. And it also includes work with Jaylene, working on the fascia and all the functional patterns movement and womb work, and Brittany, which is all about lungs and expansion. So that's what this full experience is about understanding how to go deeper for you. So if you are interested in that, please just email me. I have so much support to give. I'm really excited to deep dive with you all on this.